Smoother, younger looking skin in just 10 minutes a day? I tested the Bond Charge Red Light Therapy Mask and it's my top pick. Here's why it beats the rest. Hello everyone, it's Nick from A Longer Life here, and on this channel we like to review longevity technologies and look into the things that work and eliminate the things that don't. Here's one that I'm quite excited about. It's the Bond Charge Red Light Therapy Mask. This is the beautiful box that it comes in, and as you saw at the opening of the video, it is a black, stylish looking face mask that you strap to your head and wear on your face. Now, for those of you who are aware of red light therapy masks, this kind of design won't be completely new to you, but some of you may not know about them very well at all. So let me explain the basics first. What we have learned through decades of science is that the right wavelengths of red light and near infrared light can have profoundly beneficial biological effects. In particular, at 660 nanometers and 850 nanometers, which is the wavelength of lights, the red and near infrared lights respectively, that are used in this Bond Charge mask, we have found many cosmetic benefits, particularly in the fine lines and wrinkles that come with degrading of a collagen. And collagen degrades as we grow older. It's under continual pressure from UV damage. It is something that is difficult to keep up and keep regenerating as you get older. And this is one of the most beneficial effects of wearing a red light therapy mask, is boosting your collagen. And in fact, the other things that it does is it actually improves your cellular energy generation by interacting with your mitochondria. There's a specific step that I won't go into great detail in the science on. If you're curious about that, you can check out our full interview with CEO of Bond Charge, Andy Mant, where we talk about that in a bit more detail. But by boosting mitochondrial health, you're actually helping all your cellular functions in your skin cells to happen more effectively. Now, the cool thing about red light therapy masks is that they use the exact right frequencies of red light and put that right into your skin. That's the idea here. Now, there are actually many different types of red light therapy masks, but there are a few key reasons why I have selected the Bond Charge mask after looking at dozens of different options. And here we go, this is why. First, the mask is bright enough. Not all masks have enough what we call radiative flux or irradiance coming out of the lights to actually have the cellular rejuvenative effects that you want. We want at least 30 milliwatts per centimeter squared. This mask does 40. We also don't want to go too high because that creates greater risks for actually irritating more sensitive skin, and you don't actually need to go any higher to get the beneficial effects. Now, the other thing that's really important, you can see this light on my face here, is that we have to actually make sure we get that amount of radiation directly onto our skin. The further this mask gets away from your face, the less effective it's going to be in terms of giving you the benefits you want. And in fact, we want the mask to sit completely flush with the face. If this mask is even just one finger width away from your face, not laying directly on your skin, you'll actually get about 25% less of the irradiance from the lights. 2 finger widths away, and it's even actually a quarter of that. So we want to make sure that this mask sits flush on our face. And this is what I love about the Bond Charge mask, is because it has these U-shaped straps, which allow you to adjust it to fit on your face very flushly. Now, the only challenge we end up having is that we have a bit of a gap here in the forehead, which is another thing that Bond Charge does well, in that I can pull this strap back and get that mask flush with my forehead. So now it's flush with my forehead, flush with my cheeks, chin, and nose, and my whole face is getting the treatment. I really, really love the way they nailed this design. Most red light therapy masks lack this vertical strap, and they also lack these U-shaped straps, which allow you to really get that on there, really can get it on your face, so you can pull it up, you can pull it down, doesn't matter what your shape of your face is like. Because it has these U-shaped straps, you can get it to lay flat and then get it with that vertical strap at the end. Now, there's a few other things about this mask that I think are also really nice touches. One, we have these nice eye socket pieces here, which allow it to sit on your face and keep the light out of your eyes, which is nice, so you can actually function while you're wearing this mask. It makes it easier to fit in that 10 to 20 minute treatment each day. The other thing that they do really well is that this controller is quite intuitive and easy to use. Powers on, powers off. You can turn near infrared on or off. You can turn the red light on or off. You can adjust the treatment intensity and the treatment time, and it gives you a very clear indication of how much battery is left. Now, I've done a full review going through the different specs, talking about battery life, and going even further into the details around all the things I've mentioned today on my website. I'll drop a link to the full review in the description box below. You can also find a discount for this because it's a little bit pricey, but as far as red light therapy masks go, it's actually priced fairly reasonably. Now, I've seen red light therapy masks that are trying to sell you one for thousands of dollars. You don't need that. In fact, many of them tried to go down the hard shell route rather than a flexible mask. A flexible mask with the right straps and the right amount of radiation, which Bond Charge does very, very well, is all you need to see the benefits you want. You only need to use it around 4 to 5 times a week at around 10 to 20 minute treatment times to see benefits within just 1 to 2 months. I'm actually about to embark on my own self-experiment combining this red light therapy mask with a light-activated DNA repair molecule from the skincare company Young Goose. If that type of thing makes you interested and you like self-experiments and want to learn more from longevity biohackers like me, you can subscribe to this channel, and you can also join my newsletter, which I'll put in the description box below as well, because that's where I get into the real details of how not only what longevity technologies you should try and test at home and how they'll work, but also the mindset and strategy that needs to go into making sure you spend your money wisely and ultimately you're not wasting your precious resources on things that aren't going to work for you. That's all for this Bond Charge red light mask review. I give it an overall double thumbs up. Check out that post on my website if you'd like to see a bit more. And if you'd like, go check out our review of 20 plus different red light therapy masks and get into the science behind why we chose Bond Charge as the top mask out there. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you again next time.